Morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Wherever you're at in the world, welcome to Last Drafts Baseball's live commentary of a Major League Baseball game. Tonight's game features the Los Angeles Angels against the San Diego Padres. The commentary and views are our opinions and are not affiliated with Major League Baseball, the MLB, or their sponsors. We are providing live reports on the game being played that in hopes English-speaking audiences around the world can enjoy the game on YouTube and Twitch along with us. In just a couple moments, we're going to be back and bring you the starting lineups for the visiting Angels against the San Diego Padres. We're glad you could stop in tonight. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Are you into digital cards? Last Wraps Baseball has you covered as we do daily Top Spun Digital 21 card breaks. This new wave of collecting allows baseball fans to collect digital cards and compete against each other for prizes. Check out our daily breaks and send us a trade to Last Wraps. Be sure to tell your friends. Would you like to support Last Wraps Baseball? We would appreciate it if you did. Be sure to check out our eBay page where we have baseball merchandise. We also have stuff from the Japanese League for those who listen from Japan. But we also do other sports like football and basketball as well. Don't forget, visit Last Wraps Baseball's eBay store to help support the channel. We'll be glad you did.
Welcome back, everybody. Now the starting lineups for the home team, or for the visitors from Los Angeles. It's the Los Angeles Angels in town to play San Diego, leading off and playing second base, number 22, David Fletcher. Batting second and playing shortstop is Luis Rengifo. Batting third and playing first base tonight, wearing number 13, is Phil Goslin. In the cleanup spot and playing third base, wearing number 9, is Jack Mayfield. Batting fifth in left field, wearing number 7, is Joe Adele. Batting sixth and doing the catching, wearing number 24, is Kurt Suzuki. Batting seventh and in center field, wearing number 16, is Brandon Marsh. Batting eighth and doing the pitching, wearing number 58, is Packy Naughton. And batting ninth in right field, wearing number 19, is Juan Lagares. And they are going to face the left-hander, number 4, Blake Snell. He is 7-5 on the season with a 4.31 earned run average. And now the starting lineup for the San Diego Padres. Leading off in playing center field tonight, wearing number 23, is Fernando Tatis Jr. Batting second and playing third base, wearing number 13, is Manny Machado. Batting third and playing shortstop, wearing number 9, is Jake Cronenworth. Batting fourth and playing left field, wearing number 28, is Tommy Pham. Batting fifth and playing in right field, wearing number 5, is Will Myers. Batting sixth and playing first base, wearing number 10, is Jerkson Profar. Batting seventh and doing the catching, wearing number 26, is Austin Nola. Batting eighth and playing second base, wearing number 7, is Ha-Seong Kim. And batting ninth and doing the pitching, wearing number 4, is Blake Snell. And they are going to face Packy Naughton tonight, who takes the mound for the Los Angeles Angels. He is 0-1 on the season with an ERA of 4.00. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the first pitch of the ball game. We are about 2 minutes away. Stick around, everybody. We're glad you've tuned in with us. Here is our friend Matt Hollis, the San Diego Padre fan and native of himself. Another Hollis Bill.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
That's Matt Hollis, and he's got a channel, Another Hollis Build. Be sure to check out his stuff. The San Diego native has claimed to have the largest Fernando Tatis collection in the world. Be sure to check him out and see what he has to offer. We'll be back in just a couple moments as the first pitch is right around the corner. Stay tuned, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. We are just about to get this one underway. It is the San Diego Padres hosting the Los Angeles Angels. It is going to be David Fletcher, Luis Rengifo, and Phil Goslin coming to bat for the Los Angeles Angels in their top of the first inning. A lot of the big names are out of the lineup tonight for the Angels. There's no Shohei Ohtani. There is no Trout, obviously, as he's still out with the calf injury, and there's no Justin Upton in the lineup either. The temperature tonight is 77 degrees. The wind is from the west-northwest at 7 miles per hour. And we are just about ready to get this one underway. The home plate umpire for tonight's game is Lance Barrett. The first base umpire is Alfonso Marquez. The second base umpire is Orion Addition. The third base umpire is Carlos Torres. The first pitch is slated for a 7:10, but looks like we're going to be just a little bit behind that as we're already at 7:11 on our clock. So Blake Snell is completing his warm-up tosses, and we're about ready to get this one underway in just a couple moments. For the San Diego Padres defensively tonight around the horn, or actually we'll start in the outfield from left to right. We've got Tommy Pham in left. Fernando Tatis is in center. The right fielder is Will Myers. Around the horn, it's Jurickson Profar at first base. The second baseman is Ha-Seong Kim. The shortstop is Jake Cronenworth, and the third baseman is Manny Machado. The battery tonight is Blake Snell on the hill, and Austin Nola is doing the catching for the Padres. So Snell has completed his warm-up tosses, and we are ready to get this one underway from Petco Park in San Diego. It's a beautiful place to see a game. If you've not had the opportunity to get to San Diego, the temperature is beautiful. The nighttime skies to see a game are very, very nice and comfortable. And here's the first pitch of the ball game. It's a first pitch fastball swung on and fouled way down the right field line. Batting .286. He's got a couple of homers and 40 lefty versus the righty. There's a fastball that foul behind the stands at first base dugout. That's going to make the count quickly 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Snell gets himself a new baseball. He rubs it up and he gets ready to go back to work. Lefty goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to first. It's a nice play by Profar. He's going to sprint to the bag, and he races through the bag. See the speedy Fletcher. So that's going to go down as a ground out to 3 for the first out of the inning. That is going to bring up the shortstop, Luis Rengifo. For Rengifo on the season, he's hitting .158. The casualty was Jose Iglesias, who got released about a week or so ago, but he is now going to get an opportunity to show what he can do. The 5'10", 195-pound Venezuelan steps in at the plate. The first pitch from Blake Snell is a breaking ball that crosses for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Rengifo is batting .158. He's got a couple of homers and 6 RBIs on the season. And there's a pitch that misses, and the count now is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Snell working from the windup. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-1 for Rengifo. Snell working from a traditional windup look. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on, and that's fouled off over on the third base side. The count goes to 2-2. Blake Snell has been absolutely outstanding in the second half of the season. He's really been pitching very well his last few starts out. He started very slowly for San Diego, and there's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Rengifo has been retired for the second out of the inning on strikes, so 2 up and 2 away. That's going to leave it up to the first baseman, Phil Goslin. Goslin on the season is hitting .278. He's got 5 homers and 37 runs batted in. The 6 foot, 188-pound right-handed stick was originally a 5th-round pick of the Atlanta Braves back in the 2010 draft. He came out of the University of Virginia. And the first pitch to Goslin is a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Goslin has bounced around a little bit at the major league level. This is his first year with the Angels. There's the pitch from Snell. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now runs to 0-2. Began his major league career with the Atlanta Braves. From there, he moved over to the Diamondbacks, and he's been with the Pirates, the Rangers, the Reds, the Phillies, and now the Angels. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away down the right field line, and the count remains at 0-2. Goslin's a lifetime .266 hitter. This is the most at-bats he's ever had in a season. He's had 263 at-bats. Prior to this, in 2016, he had 220 with the Diamondback organization, and there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-2 to Goslin. He's got 15 career homers and 91 runs batted in. Here comes the pitch. It's a fastball that misses off the plate. The count is now 2-2. Well, he's getting the start at first base tonight. He's been mainly a second baseman, third baseman, and used as a pinch hitter over the course of his career. His time in the big leagues, the most action he's seen has been at second base, and there is a breaking ball that swung on and fouled back, and the count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Snell gets the sign from his catcher, Nola. He's ready to go back to work. He rocks in the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that swung on. It's a good block by Nola. He's going to have to field it, and he fires to first, and that's going to retire Goslin. That's going to go as a strikeout, 2-3 put out in the books for the third out of the inning here in inning number 1. So for the Angels in their top of the first inning, they had no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through a half inning in Los Angeles. It is the Angels, nothing. The San Diego Padres coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. The call of the bottom of the first inning. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher, a huge supporter of our channel. Be sure to check out his channel when you get a chance.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
As always, Steve, thanks again for your support of our channel, and in return, we'd like to support Steve's. Whether it's Money Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, the Non-Filtered Friday, the Saturday morning cartoons, or the Sunday shutouts, he's always got something for everybody to tune into. Be sure to check out his channel when you can. Here come the San Diego Padres to bat in their half of the first inning, and leading it off is going to be Fernando Tatis Jr. It'll be Manny Machado and Jake Cronenworth to follow. Fernando Tatis is getting the start in center field tonight. He is batting a .280 on the season. He's got 37 homers and 85 runs batted in. And it is Packy Naughton, who is getting the start on the mound today for the Angels. This is his second start of his career. He's fourth appearance of the year. He's worked 9 innings for the Angels, and he's got 5 walks and 4 strikeouts. So here we are back to the live action. Naughton kicks and delivers, and it's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to the leadoff hitter, Tatis. Naughton working from the left side. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is driven to left field. Moving over underneath it is the left fielder, Joe Adell, and he's going to make the catch for out number 1, and 1 up and 1 away. So Fernando Tatis Jr. is retired, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Manny Machado. Machado on the season is hitting .276. He's got 24 homers, 89 runs batted in. He steps up to the plate to face Naughton. Machado originally began his career in the Baltimore organization. He spent a brief time with the Dodgers. Inked a big, long contract with the Padres. He's got an open stance. He hits from the right side, and there's a fastball at 92 miles an hour that misses off the plate. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Machado. It's pretty much a everyday lineup. The only one is missing is Eric Hosmer out of the Padre lineup tonight. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 2-0. Pretty much it's their number 1 lineup. The Angels, however, it's kind of the who's who of who right now. We have a few veterans sprinkled in there. Youngster Joe Adell is in the lineup tonight, and there's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 3-0 to Machado. Naughton getting ready to go back to work. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. He kicks and he delivers, and it's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is now 3-1. Machado gets himself dug in. Naughton ready to go back into the action, and he's a breaking ball that misses low. Machado has drawn himself a 1-out walk here in the first inning. That'll bring up the shortstop for tonight's game, Jake Cronenworth. For Cronenworth, he's getting the start at shortstop this evening, and they've obviously moved Fernando Tatis Jr. to the outfield. This is going to be the 32nd game of the year that Cronenworth has started at shortstop. Most of the games that he's appeared in, he has appeared as a second baseman. Cronenworth bats from the left side. He's hitting .267 with 20 homers and 62 runs batted in, and there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Cronenworth was a graduate of the University of Michigan. He played for the Wolverines. He originally was drafted in the 7th round by the Tampa Bay Rays, and there's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is now 0-2. He was acquired by the San Diego Padres with Tommy Pham for a player to be named later, Xavier Edwards and Hunter Renfroe. That player to be named later was Esteban Quiroz, who went to the Rays to complete that trade. So here's the 0-2 to Cronenworth. It's a fastball that misses inside at the knees, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cronenworth has really forced himself into everyday action, and there's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Cronenworth for the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it up to Tommy Pham. Cronenworth has forced himself into being an everyday player, and not just being an everyday player, being a big-time contributor, probably one of the more underrated players in the San Diego lineup. When you think of the Padres, you think of Tatis and Machado. There's a fastball that misses outside to Tommy Pham for ball one. You think of Myers and you think of Hosmer, but Jake Cronenworth is not somebody that comes to immediately come to mind. So here comes the 1-0 pitch to Tommy Pham. Naughton kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It's tapped over to the second baseman, Fletcher. He throws to first. That is going to retire Pham for the third out of the inning here in the first inning. So for the Padres in their half of the first, no runs, no hits, no errors, and one runner left on base. We're through one complete in San Diego. It is the Los Angeles Angels nothing, the San Diego Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few moments with the call at the top of the second inning. We're glad you could be here. Here is San Diego native Matt Hollis. Check out his channel after the game when you get a chance. Another Hollis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the second inning, and coming up for the Los Angeles Angels is going to be the heart of their batting order. It's going to be Jack Mayfield, Joe Adell, and Kurt Suzuki. And we really appreciate for everybody that is listening on both YouTube and Twitch tonight. We are broadcasting now on Twitch just as much as we are doing it on YouTube. So we thank you all for tuning in. And here we go back to the live action. It is going to be Snell getting ready to get this going all again. And stepping up to the plate is the third baseman, Jack Mayfield. Mayfield on the season is batting .210. He's got 9 homers and 24 RBIs. And the first pitch is a fastball swung on and tap foul on the third base side. And the count is 0-1. Mayfield has appeared in 63 games for the Angels this year. He's in his first season with the Angels, and there he swings at a pitch and he taps it foul down the first base line, and that is going to go for 0-2. Mayfield last year had 34 at-bats in the Seattle Mariner, or actually earlier this year had 34 at-bats in the Seattle Mariner organization, and he's played the last couple of years with the Houston Astro organization. The 34-year-old has had parts of 3 seasons in the bigs. So Snell gets himself ready to go back to work. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and it's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into right field. Racing over toward the foul line is the right fielder, Will Myers. He's going to make the catch. He is going to put that away for out number 1 here in the second inning. That is going to bring up the left fielder, Joe Adell. Adell on the season is hitting .248. He's got 3 homers and 21 RBIs. He is in his rookie season. Adell was up a little bit last year for the Angels. He did have himself 104 at-bats, but he's given rookie status for this year. And there's a breaking ball that misses low from Snell, and the count is 1-0. The 22-year-old is pretty similar type of numbers as last year, although he has been in a run-producing role. He's got 21 RBIs this year, where last year he only had 7 in the 124 at-bats. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's tap foul into the Angels dugout. and the count goes even to 1-1. Things of note, he's been able to really cut down on his strikeouts this year. His strikeouts are almost in half from his totals from last year, and he's got about 10 less at bats this year so far. And there's a pitch that swung on. It's popped up in the infield. Moving over underneath it is the Korean second baseman Ha Seung Kim. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire Adele here for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up Kurt Suzuki. So Kurt Suzuki steps up to the plate. The catcher is hitting .217 on the season. He's got 4 homers and 13 runs batted in. Snell, the lefty, goes into the motion. He kicks and he delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on, and Suzuki has fouled that into his foot. He's going to hobble away, and we're going to come back and do it again. Suzuki has the shin guard on his left leg. He got out and around that ball and hooked it right into his foot. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Kurt Suzuki. Snell rocks into motion. He gets ready to deliver. He kicks and fires. There is a breaking ball. They appeal down to the first base umpire, and they say he didn't go, and the count is 1-2. We had the opportunity to look at the replay, and I think upon further review, that may have been strike 3. He certainly looked like he went after that pitch. So here comes the 1-2, and there is a breaking ball swung on and missed. Nola is going to apply the tag to Suzuki, and that is going to do it for the Angels in their half of the second inning. So in the top half of the second, they had no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through 1.5 at Petco. It is the Los Angeles Angels, nothing. The San Diego Padres, nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Here's our friend Steve again. Be sure to check out Steve Rademacher, friend of our channels and supporter of our stuff, and in turn, we support him. Here you go, Steve.
Domo arigato. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm new at this. Thank you for watching Last Raps Baseball. Tell all your friends and family to come check him out, ask some questions during the telecast, and give him a good sub and a thumbs up. And this is Steve coming back at you, and some new things on my channel. Star Wars figures that everybody likes. We have Mad magazines from the 1970s. We try to avoid the Noid. And for your pleasure, once in a while, we can open up Michael Jackson if you want, the cards. We have Elvis. We have Sadahar O. We love everything that is everything, so we even have the Beatles fighting with lightsabers. Look at that, John and George. Once in a while, we'll even have my brother take over my channel on a Tuesday. So once again, everybody tell your friends, come see Freddie at Last Raps Baseball. And right now, I'm going to kick it right back to you, Freddie.
Thanks again, Steve. We appreciate your support of the channel, and in turn, we hope that we can support you. Be sure to check out Steve Rademacher, whether it's Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, or the Saturday morning cartoons. He's always got something interesting for everyone. And here we go. We're going back to the live action. It is going to be the bottom of the second inning. It's going to be Will Myers, Jerkson Profire, and Austin Nola to face the left-hander Packy Naughton. Naughton, as we said at the top of the stream, he is in his 4th appearance this year for the Angels. This is his second start. And he's going to be facing the right-handed hitting Will Myers. We had a game the other day where Brad Miller for the Phillies doesn't use batting gloves. Here's another one. Will Myers opts not to use the batting gloves, and the first pitch is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1. There's not too many players in the league who come up to bat and don't use batting gloves, but Myers is definitely one. Here comes the 0-1. There's a fastball that misses inside. The count is 1-1. For Myers on the season, he's hitting .262. He's got 17 homers and 58 runs batted in. The Angels are playing three fielders on the left side of the infield, and there's a fastball swung on and it's popped straight back. And the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Profar will wait on deck, and here's a breaking ball swung on, and it's fouled away at home plate. The count remains 1-2. So Profar's on deck, and Nola is in the hole for the Padres. Naughton adjusts his cap. He's got a long flow of hair out the backside. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 2-2. Will Myers has been around. He began his career in the Tampa Bay, or actually in the Kansas City Royal organization. He was originally drafted by the Royals in the 3rd round, and there was a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded to the shortstop. Luis Rengifo fields it on the run. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Myers. It goes as a ground out, 6-3. We're saying that Myers began his career in the Kansas City organization, but he started his big league career in Tampa Bay. He was flipped over to the Padres back after the 2014 season, and he's found a home in San Diego ever since. However, there was talk at the trade deadline that Padres may consider moving Will Myers. So I don't know if that was done on purpose or to light a fire underneath him. That now brings up the first baseman tonight, Jurickson Profar, and the first pitch from Naughton is a fastball that misses outside. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Naughton. Profar, with the slightly open stance, waits on the delivery, and there's a breaking ball that drops in at 82 miles an hour. The count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Hosmer getting the night off at first base, and there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 2-1. Profar has a lot of flexibility. He's able to move all the way around the infield. He can play in different outfield positions. For the Padres this year, he's played most of his games in the outfield. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 3-1 on Profar. He's played in 46 games in the outfield. He's played 9 games at second and 5 at second and 9 at first. When he was a youngster in the Texas Ranger organization, he was considered a top prospect at shortstop, and there's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 3-2, but there was someone named Elvis Andrus that was also in that position, and of course Elvis Andrus was the incumbent, and Profar was not given that opportunity to play there. But he plays all the 3 outfield positions. He's played first and second this year. So here's Naughton back into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and that is going to be a free pass here for Profar, and that's going to bring up Austin Nola. So a similar pattern to the first inning. Naughton was able to retire the first batter of the inning, and then he walked the next hitter. So let's see what he can do with Austin Nola, who strides to the plate. Nola, who hits from the right side, is batting .268 on the season with a homer and 28 runs batted in. And the first pitch is a fastball swung on. This ball is lashed into right field. It's fielded by Juan Lagares, who fires it in. Profar can't advance to third base. He did hit that ball on the screws, did Nola. And it was so hard that it got right to the right fielder, and Profar couldn't advance first to third. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Ha-Seong Kim. For Kim on the season, he's hitting .203. He's got 6 homers and 29 runs batted in. It's not been an easy adjustment to come to the big leagues. Hitting big league pitching is a lot different than pitching in the Korean League. Here's the first pitch from Naughton. That's a fastball that misses inside. The count is 1-0. He had spent 6 years in the Korean League. Check it, 7 years in the Korean League. And last year he hit .306 with 30 homers and 109 RBIs. This year it's going to be very difficult for him to get even close to those numbers. And there's a fastball that misses inside. And the count is now 2-0. Even if you doubled his at-bats, which is kind of where he would be, he'd be about maybe 2.5 the amount of at-bats, he would probably only be at about 15 homers. And he'd probably be at about 75 RBIs. So his production would be about half as many home runs and about 3/4 of the amount of RBIs. The other interesting thing is that his walks are down and his strikeouts are way up. But as we said, this is in major league pitching. There was a conference on the mound as the pitching coach for the Angels came out to talk to Naughton. And we're back at it now. Here's 2 balls and no strikes to Kim. Naughton takes a breath. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 2-1. Kim digs himself in. He has a slightly open stance. He's up on his foot on the left side. There's a fastball swung on and fouled straight back, and the count is 2-2. The pitcher, Blake Snell, waits his turn on deck. Naughton gets the sign. He's ready to go back to work. Profar is the runner at second. Nola is the runner at first. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Kim. It's a fastball swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Kim for the second out of the inning. And that is going to leave it up to the pitcher, Blake Snell. The way it's going here for Naughton, I'd be very interested to see how he makes it through the order the second time through once everybody's had a look at him. He's at 31 pitches now here in the second inning. He checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed by Snell. And the count is 0-1. Snell this year is batting .125. For his career, he's only a 100 hitter. He bats from the left side against the left-hander Naughton. And the pitch, it is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is now even at 1. Blake Snell finally starting to get his form. He's really pitched well over the last month or so. A very rough start to his career in San Diego, but he's now finally starting to settle in. Here's the pitch from Naughton. That's a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is now 1-2. This year, Snell has 4 hits in his 32 at-bats. And there's a fastball swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Snell here for out number 3. Just to finish that off, entering this year, he only had 8 appearances, and he'd not had a hit. So for the San Diego Padres in their half of the second inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. And check that, we had one hit in the inning, and that was the hit by Nola. And so at the end of 2 complete, it is the San Diego Padres nothing, the Los Angeles Angels nothing. We're going to be back in just a couple moments with the top of the 3rd inning. Here is our friend Matt Hollis again. Be sure to check out his channel when you get a chance. San Diego native and friend of the channel.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 3rd inning. Coming up for the Angels will be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the batting order. It's going to be center fielder Brandon Marsh. Will be the pitcher Packy Naughton and the right fielder Juan Lagares. It's something that Joe Madden has done over his years. He sometimes put the pitcher in the 8th spot, so as not to clog up the base paths for the speedier runner at the top of the order, Fletcher. And certainly Juan Lagares can run a little bit. He doesn't necessarily steal a lot of bases. So that is the unique thing. And of course, if he has to pinch hit for him, it comes up a little bit sooner. And maybe if you've left him all the way to the end. So that is who's coming up for the Angels in their half of the 3rd inning as Blake Snell completes his warm-up tosses. For the Padres coming up, they've got this mini 2-game series against the Angels. And then they go to Los Angeles to play the Dodgers, and then they've got 4 games against San Francisco before they get a little bit of a break. But they have to play the Giants 9 times, actually 10 times between now and the end of the month. And they've got 6 games against the Dodgers, so 16 games against their division rivals. Should define whether or not they're going to be a playoff-bound team or not. And certainly also, they don't really have a chance to win the division, but they do have a chance to secure themselves in a wild card position. So here we go back to the live action. It's Marsh, McNaughton, and Lagares here. Brandon Marsh is hitting .260 on the season. He's got a homer and 13 RBIs. He's getting the start tonight in center field. Left-hander against the left-hander. Marsh steps up to bat with a modestly open stance. Here's the pitch from Snell. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 0-1 to Naughton, and it's a breaking ball. Let's check that to Marsh. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. The pitcher Naughton waits his turn on deck. There is a breaking ball that bounces about 7 feet in front of the plate. And that is blocked, and now it is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. It'll be Naughton and then Juan Lagares here in the 3rd inning. Snell ready to go back to work. There's a breaking ball that swung on and missed, and Marsh is retired on strikes for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the pitcher Packy Naughton. That is the 4th strikeout so far for Snell, who's retired the first 7 batters here in the ball game for the Angels. It's tough enough to face Blake Snell. It's even tougher when you're rolling out a lineup without some of your regulars. And there's the first pitch to Naughton that misses down, and it's ball 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Naughton gets himself ready to go. Here's the pitch from Snell. That's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. Snell ready to go back to work. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. He's worked Naughton down in the zone on these first 3 pitches. I wouldn't be surprised that Snell dials one up and comes up in the zone. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And that is going to be retiring Naughton for the 2nd out of the inning. I guess I would have been wrong on that one. I would have predicted that he would have crawled the ladder before he went back down in the zone. That is the 5th strikeout for Snell so far here in the ball game, and that leaves up to Juan Lagares here in the 3rd inning. Since the All-Star break, Blake Snell only trails Dylan Cease and Max Scherzer for strikeouts per 9 innings. He's at a clip at 11.72 per 9. There's a fastball swung on, and that's fouled away. And the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Lagares on the season is batting .238. He's got 4 homers and 31 runs batted in. Here's Snell back into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-2. Snell gets the sign from his catcher, Nola. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. And that is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into right center field. Moving over to his left is Fernando Tatis Jr. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire the side here for the Angels in their half of the 3rd inning. For the Angels, they had no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're now through 2.5 innings in San Diego. It is the Padres nothing, the Angels nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Call of the bottom of the 3rd inning. While you're waiting with us, check out our Hall of Fame memories from the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame in Tokyo. We'll be back after these. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. It is going to be Fernando Tatis Jr., Manny Machado, and Jake Cronenworth to bat against Packy Naughton. Naughton is got the start tonight for the Angels, and he has been able to get through his first 2 innings of work fairly unscathed. Naughton has thrown 35 pitches through 2, 19 of which have been strikes. His counterpart, Blake Snell, has thrown 36 through 3, far more economical, and he has retired 6 by strikeout. I'll check that. Our numbers are actually 5 by strikeout for Blake Snell. And here's the first pitch to Fernando Tatis Jr. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Tatis tonight, he hit a line out to the left fielder back in the first inning. His average has slipped to 279 on the season, and there is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count now is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Naughton working from the windup. He gets the sign from his catcher, Suzuki. Suzuki sets up on one knee, and the pitch is a fastball that misses a little bit inside, and the count is 2 balls and strike. It'll be Manny Machado and Jake Cronenworth to follow. Naughton rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is now 2-2 to Tatis Jr. Naughton really did a good job of hitting his spot. They set up low. The pitch was across the middle of the plate. It was able to break, and Tatis went fishing for that one. Here comes the 2-2. There is a breaking ball again, but this one is swung on and fouled off at the feet of home plate, and the count remains 2-2. Naughton gets the sign from his catcher, Suzuki, and he's ready to go back to work. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and he delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul to the first base side of home plate, and then the count remains at 2-2. At the beginning of the year, you would have, or at least through the first half of the season, you would have to think that Fernando Tatis Jr. would have been the odds-on favorite for the National League MVP. His numbers have tailed off a little bit since the All-Star break. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains 2-2. Right now, the National League MVP race is pretty much up for grabs. There's been a lot of talk about Bryce Harper getting his name back into the mix. He's had a pretty solid second half of the season. Here's the pitch from Naughton. It's a breaking ball that misses low, and the count now runs to 3-2. For the Dodgers, there's talk about Max Muncy being a candidate. And this has probably been the toughest year since about 2003 to get yourself an MVP. There's a fastball swung on. It's lined to the third baseman, Mayfield. He drops to one knee to make the grab, and that is going to retire Fernando Tatis Jr. on the 9th pitch of the at-bat. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Manny Machado. That's twice that Tatis has hit the ball right on the screws, and twice he's found the glove. He's a little bit frustrated as he walks back to the dugout. Nice play by Mayfield over there at third base. So that brings Manny Machado to the plate with 1 away. Machado is sporting a 9-game hitting streak. He walked his first time up. Naughton gets the sign from Suzuki. He rocks into the motion, kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on that is driven foul down the right field line. And the count is 0-1. Naughton tonight has done a decent job of keeping the Padre hitters off balance. We mentioned about Upton and Trout not being in the lineup tonight. Also, Anthony Rendon and Dexter Fowler are not in the lineup. And there's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded to short. It's fielded by Luis Rengifo. He throws to first. And that is going to retire Machado. That goes as a ground out, 6-3 for out number 2. That's going to leave it up to the shortstop tonight, Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth tonight struck out in his only appearance to the plate back in the first inning. His average has slipped a couple of points. He stands in on the left side. Naughton kicks and delivers. There is a fastball swung on, and it's grounded foul just past the first base coach's box. The count is 0-1. Should Cronenworth find a way on base, he'll be followed by the left fielder, Tommy Pham. Not ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses low and in, and the count is 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch from Naughton. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is hammered into right field. Moving over to pick it up is Lagares, and he fires it back in, and it's going to hold Cronenworth to a long single. So Cronenworth aboard with a base hit with 2 away here in the 3rd inning. That is going to leave it up to the left fielder, Tommy Pham. We'll say this, that the Padres have started to put some good swings on the right-hander Naughton. They are not fooled right now at all. So here comes the first pitch to Pham. It's a breaking ball that just misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Both of Tatis at bats, even though they resulted in outs, they were both really good swings. Line drives to the left fielder and third baseman, and of course, swing there by Cronenworth. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 2-0. Also say that some of the foul balls that the Padres have struck, they've been able to really hammer the baseball. Machado had a couple of foul balls in his at-bats that he was on time, it would work. And here's a fastball swung on. It's lifted into center field. Coming hard is Brandon Marsh. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire the Padres in their half of the 3rd inning. So for San Diego, in the bottom half of the 1st, they had no runs. There was 1 hit. There was no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're moving to the top of the 4th inning in San Diego. It is Los Angeles Angels nothing, the San Diego Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Here's another one of our NPB Hall of Fame memories. Be sure to check it out. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 4th inning. It is all knotted up at zeros in San Diego between the Angels and the Padres. And coming up to bat here for the Angels in their half of the 4th inning, it'll be the top of the order, David Fletcher, Luis Rengifo, and Phil Goslin to face the left-hander Blake Snell. And here is the map of what Snell has done today, and all he has done is retired all of the batters he has faced. He's got 5 strikeouts in the ballgame, and so he is in pretty solid form. He's thrown 36 pitches in his 3 innings of work. Now we're ready to go back to the action, and he kicks and delivers. See, first pitch fastball swung on. It is lifted into right center field. Moving over to his right is Will Myers. He's going to make the grab, and that is going to retire Fletcher for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Luis Rengifo. Rengifo tonight is 0 for 1. He struck in his only appearance. He bats from the right side. Snell goes into motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1. He's getting an opportunity to play now, as about a week or so ago, Jose Iglesias has been released. He was recently picked up by the Red Sox. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count is 0-2. Should the Red Sox make the playoffs, Jose Iglesias is not going to get a chance to play in the postseason. But because the Red Sox have been hit with the virus, they have been needing to get other players in their lineup. And of course, scouring the waiver wire for healthy bodies has been the thing they needed to do. And there is a breaking ball swung on. That is missed, and that is going to retire Rengifo for the second out of the inning. And so 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Phil Goslin. So Goslin is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out in his first and only time to the plate. He stands in on the right side, and here's the first pitch from Snell. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Goslin has a 3-game hitting streak going entering tonight's affair. There's the 0-1 to Goslin. It's a fastball that moves his feet around in the batter's box, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Snell ready to go back to work. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on, and this is fouled away on the first base side, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Snell ready to go back to work. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike at the knees. And that is going to retire Goslin for out number 3 here in the 4th inning. So the Angels go quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through 3.5 at Petco in San Diego. It is the Los Angeles Angels nothing, the San Diego Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back for the bottom half of the 4th inning in just a few minutes. We're glad you are with us.
Would you like to support Last Drafts Baseball? We would appreciate it if you did. Be sure to check out our eBay page where we have baseball merchandise. We also have stuff from the Japanese League for those who listen from Japan, but we also do other sports like football and basketball as well. Don't forget, visit Last Drafts Baseball's eBay store to help support the channel. We'll be glad you did.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It's going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters coming to bat for the Padres in their half of the 4th. It'll be Will Myers, Jurickson Profar, and Austin Nola to face the left-hander Packy Naughton for the Angels. Naughton, in his 3 innings of work, has been reasonably effective. He's allowed a couple of hits and a couple of walks, being able to keep the Padre hitters off balance thus far. So now we're about ready to resume as Will Myers strides to the plate, and we're ready to get back to the live action. So here we go. Naughton gets the sign from his catcher, Suzuki, as he's ready to go back to work. Suzuki working off one knee with nobody on. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Myers tonight is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. There's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is golfed into left field. Moving over on the warning track to make the grab is Joe Adell. That is going to retire Will Myers for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So 1 up and 1 away. And that is going to bring up the first baseman tonight, Jurickson Profar. Profar, his first at bat, he was able to draw a walk. He officially does not have a plate appearance. The Padres tonight have 5 options off the bench. There's the first pitch to Profar. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. They have Victor Caratini, the backup catcher. Adam Frazier, Trent Grisham, Eric Hosmer, and Jake Marisnik are all on the bench this evening. So there are pinch hit options as this game moves along. And here is the pitch. It's a breaking ball taken down, and the count is 1-1. The Angels will have 3 hitters on their bench tonight: Max Stassi, Walsh, and Wong, Keen Wong, that is. And here's Naughton ready to go back to work with the 1-1. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball. It's swung on. It's tapped over to the first baseman, who is Phil Goslin. He's really got to come off the base to get it, and he flips it over to Naughton covering. They're going to be able to make that play. It goes as a ground out 1-3 for out number 2. Goslin, it was a check swing. It got past the pitcher, and Naughton does a good job of fielding his position. It's a foot race to the base. It's an underhand flip by Goslin. It wasn't the best of flips. He kind of flipped it behind him. Naughton had to make a really nice play to reach behind him to get it. But he does, and that is going to retire Profar for the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Austin Nola. And the first pitch to Austin Nola is swung on. It's lifted into right field, and that is going to be caught by Juan Lagares. And that is going to do it for the Padres in their half of the fourth inning. So for San Diego in their half of the fourth, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Through 4 complete in San Diego, it is the Los Angeles Angels nothing, the San Diego Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of the top of the 5th inning. We're glad you could be here. Here's our friend Matt again. Be sure to check out Matt Hollis and his channel, Another Hollis Build, once this game is complete.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city, San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. That's Matt Hollis and Another Hollis Build. After the game is done, be sure you bounce over to his channel and check him out. He's got all kinds of stuff. You can check out all his animals in his yard, or you can check out his largest Fernando Tatis collection known to man. He is a San Diego Padre through and through. Be able to check out Matt's channel when you can. And now coming up for the Angels in their half of the 5th inning, it's going to be the heart of the batting order. It's going to be Jack Mayfield, Joe Adell, and Kurt Suzuki. So Mayfield Adele and Suzuki, they face the left-hander Snell. Blake Snell has hardly broke a sweat tonight. He's retired the first 12 batters that he has faced. He's been very efficient in his work here tonight. He's thrown 44 pitches through the first 4 innings. And the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Mayfield squared as if he wanted to bunt, and he pulled back at the last minute. It was an outside breaking ball. So 0-1 to Mayfield. Mayfield tonight is 0 for 1. He flew out to right field his first time up. Snell rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball at 95 miles an hour that backs Mayfield off the plate. And the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Snell rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers, and there is a fastball swung on and missed. And the count is now 1-2 to Mayfield. Snell gets the sign from his catcher, Nola. He's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is dropped at the plate by Nola, but he applies the tag on Mayfield, and that's going to go down as a strikeout for out number 1 here in the 5th inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Joe Adele. This game has been just sailing right along. And Daniel Martinez says, where is the game? We are doing live commentary. The game is in San Diego. There's a breaking ball down in the dirt and a check swing at home plate by Adele. They appeal down to Alfonso Marquez, the first base umpire. He says he didn't go, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Thanks for stopping in, Daniel. So here comes the pitch from Snell. It's a fastball. This is swung on. It is lifted into left field. It's going to stay up in the air, and it's going to be time for Tommy Pham to make the grab on it. And that is going to retire Joe Adele for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away. And that's going to leave it up to the catcher, Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki today is 0 for 1. He struck out his only time up. Snell has been just pounding the zone tonight with strikes, pitch after pitch. That was his 50th pitch of the ball game, and he's thrown 39 strikes. The first pitch breaking ball down to Suzuki. And the count is now 1-0. Yeah, 78% strikes. That's pretty impressive. Here's the pitch, and it is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count now goes to 1-1 on Suzuki. Kurt Suzuki's probably shaking his head because that last pitch looked a little bit low, but when you've been around the plate as much as Snell has tonight, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt on those borderline pitches. And that certainly looked borderline. It was low and away, or low and inside. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into left field. Moving over underneath it is the left fielder, Pham. He's got room. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire the side here for the Angels in their top of the 5th inning. So for the Angels, there was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are moving to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is the Angels nothing, the Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call at the bottom of the 5th inning. We're glad you're with us. There's another one of our Japanese Hall of Fame memories. Be sure to check it out when you get a chance. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the San Diego batting order coming up to face Packy Naughton. And that means it's going to be Ha-Seong Kim, Blake Snell, and Fernando Tatis Jr. Naughton tonight getting the nod to start. He's allowed 2 hits in his 4 innings of work. He's walked a couple of batters, and he has now retired the last 4 batters he's faced. And so Ha-Seong Kim is going to get things going here, get the ball game going in the 5th inning. And so for Kim, he is striding to the plate, ready to get this one going. Kim hits from the right side. We were talking earlier about Ha-Seong Kim and about how this is definitely not the Korean League. Last year in his 622 plate appearances, 533 at-bats in Korea, he had 30 home runs with 109 runs batted in. This year he is hitting .202 with 6 homers and 29 runs batted in. So he has seen an offensive decline. There's the first pitch. It's a breaking ball that's taken down by Kim for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Naughton has been cruising. That was his 60th pitch of the ball game. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is 1-1. I keep reflecting back on Yoshi Satsugo, who came over from the Japanese League, who was with the Tampa Bay Rays last year in the World Series. And here's the pitch from Naughton. It's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 2-1. The story on Satsugo is that he had difficulty hitting pitching that was 95 miles an hour or faster. And so they left him out of some of the World Series games. He only had a couple of at-bats because he wasn't used to seeing that type of pitching. And there was a fastball swung on and fouled away by Kim, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So here comes the 2-2 to Kim. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ha-Seong Kim. Waiting his turn on deck is the pitcher, Blake Snell. Naughton rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's fouled straight back behind home plate. It's going to reach the seats, and the count remains at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Naughton gets the sign from his catcher, Suzuki. He's ready to go back to work. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that is taken for a called 3rd strike, and Ha-Seong Kim has raised his hands up in the air. And he can't believe that was strike 3, and he slowly walks back to the dugout. As we take a look on the replay, I would have to say that based on what we've witnessed tonight too, Kim may have himself an argument, but he really hasn't built up enough major league time to be able to get those calls. He might get that call in the Korean League, but he's not going to get that call here at Petco, even though it's the home field for the Padres. So with 1 away, that brings up Blake Snell to the plate, and the first pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. For Snell tonight, he is 0 for 1. He struck out in the 1st inning. Left-hander against the left-hander. Naughton kicks and delivers. It is a fastball at the knees, swung on and missed. And the count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Naughton working quickly with nobody on base. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball. It's taken for a ball, and the count is 1-2. And if that pitch is a ball, then Ha-Seong Kim does have an argument. Blake Snell's got a little bit of a grin on his face, and here we go back to the action. And it's a fastball swung on and missed. And Naughton blows Snell away for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and that's going to bring the top of the order, Fernando Tatis Jr. to the plate. That's the 5th strikeout tonight for Naughton. He was struggling with his control early in the ball game. He walked a couple of batters over the first 2 innings. But he's really settled down and he's got himself into a rhythm here, retiring the last 6 Padre hitters in a row. So here we go. Here's the first pitch to Tatis. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. The first 2 times Tatis came to the plate, Naughton started him with breaking balls. This time he started him with a fastball, and you'd have to think he's going to get a steady diet of hooks from this point. And there is a fastball swung on. It's grounded up the middle. It's fielded by the second baseman, David Fletcher, almost over the bag at second base. He fires to first, and that is going to retire Tatis Jr. for the 3rd out here in the 5th inning. So for the Padres in their half of the 5th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through 5 complete in San Diego. It is the Los Angeles Angels nothing, the San Diego Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in a couple minutes for the top of the 6th inning. Here's our friend Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel when you get a chance. Another Hollis build. We support him, and he supports us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
And that's Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel when this game is over. It is Another Hollis Build. He's got all kinds of crazy and wacky things. He's got his barnyard animals. He's got a peacock. He's got chickens. And he's got all kinds of other stuff and his roosters. Be sure to check out his channel. He's a big supporter of ours, and in turn, we like to support Matt. We are moving to the top of the 6th inning. It is the Padres and the Angels locked up at zeros. And it's going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the Angels batting order slated to come to bat. It'll be Brandon Marsh, Packy Naughton, and Juan Lagares to face the left-hander Blake Snell. And we're ready to resume the action here in just a couple moments. So Marsh, Naughton, and Lagares to face Snell. Snell has cruised right along here in his 5 innings of work, retiring the first 15 hitters he's faced. Snell gets the sign from his catcher, Nola. He rocks into motion, and he kicks and delivers. There's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Marsh's average on the season has slipped to 258. He's got a homer and 13 RBIs. And here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-1. Well, Naughton is the scheduled hitter on deck, but we may not see him as there is action in the Angels bullpen. As we mentioned earlier, the Angels have 5 hitters on the bench, and there's a fastball at the knees taken for a called strike. Count is 1-2. Actually, it's the Padres that have 5 hitters on the bench. The Angels only have 3, so we may see a pinch hitter here for Naughton in this inning if they decide they're going to go to the bullpen. So here comes the pitch from Snell. It's a fastball swung on, and that is lifted foul over on the third base side, and the count remains 1-2. It's a beautiful night for baseball in San Diego. It's the 73 degrees at first pitch. The winds were light. That has stayed. The winds are fairly died down. So here comes the pitch from Snell. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike 3. And Marsh is down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Blake Snell is cruising right along. It's his 9th strikeout of the ball game. That pitch was the breaking ball. It's probably the highest part of the zone that he's going to get the call, but he was able to catch the top of the zone. So here we go with a pinch hitter coming up to bat for the Angels. This is going to be Keen Wong. Keen Wong is hitting 171 on the season with no homers and 5 RBIs. He's the brother of Colton Wong. And the first pitch from Snell is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. So we will have a pitching change. Packy Naughton will be done for the night. Excellent pitching performance by Naughton to come out and give them 5 strong. There's a fastball swung on it, is lifted down the third base line, and it is going to reach the seats. Manny Machado goes right into the netting, but he's able to hold himself up, and now the count quickly is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Wong. A lot of players getting the night off for the Angels tonight, or not in the lineup. And Blake Snell is cruising right through it. So here comes the 0-2 pitch to Wong. There's a fastball swung on, and it's fouled away. It's going to reach the seats on the third base side. So no balls and 2 strikes. Snell gets the sign from his catcher. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away. The count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Snell rocks into the motion. He kicks and he delivers. There is a breaking ball swung on. It's in the dirt. Nola picks it up. He fires it over to first, and that is going to retire Wong for the second out of the inning. So another strikeout that goes down as a putout 2-3. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Juan Lagares. Lagares tonight is 0 for 1. He flew up to center field his first time up. The action in the Angels bullpen is Jimmy Herget, who's getting himself going, and there's a first breaking ball down in the dirt. The appeal down the first base, and the first base umpire, Alfonso Marquez, says that Lagares has went, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Juan Lagares. Snell rocking into the motion. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. And the count is 1-1. Snell gets the sign from his catcher, Nola. He rocks into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into deep center field. Moving back just in front of the warning track is Fernando Tatis Jr. He's going to make the grab. He's going to put it away. And that is going to retire the side here for the Angels in their half of the 6th inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is the San Diego Padres nothing, the Los Angeles Angels nothing. Stick around, everybody. We've got a great pitching duel going on here in San Diego. Hopefully we can stay with us right to the end. Here's another one of our Hall of Fame memories. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving ourselves to the bottom half of the sixth inning. It's going to be the 2, 3, 4 hitters in the Padres batting order coming up to face a pitcher. We have a pitching change for the Angels, and it is looking like they had a left-hander, or sorry, we had a pitcher up, Jimmy Herget, in the bullpen, and that's exactly who is coming into the game. He's going to take over and relieve Packy Naughton. So Herget is coming in relief. The line on Naughton is finished tonight. It was a solid line. He had 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He was able to throw 72 pitches, and 45 of them were for strikes. A very efficient evening for the youngster here for the Los Angeles Angels. So his night is done, and he is turning it over to the bullpen. Jimmy Herget is ready to take over. Herget is in his 3rd year in the big leagues. The 6'3" right-hander was originally drafted. Well, he was drafted twice, once out of high school by the Braves. He didn't sign, but he was taken by the Cincinnati Reds out of the University of South Florida in the 6th round of the 2015 draft. He's appeared in 6 games this year between the Texas Ranger and the Angel organization, and there he throws a first pitch fastball, 9 miles an hour, but it's up in the zone for ball 1. So Manny Machado is the first hitter to face Herget. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. He's got a bit of a herky-jerky motion. He's bringing the pitches up to the plate at 90 miles an hour. But he's definitely got the hitters off balance. So here comes the 1-1 pitch from Herget. He rocks to the motion. He kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-1. And when I say it's herky-jerky and it's kind of weird and a different delivery, it's almost like it's sidearm, but he doesn't actually have a full motion with this. It's a very, very short drop out of the glove, and he never actually lifts the ball up. It comes right off of his hip. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Machado. Herget rocks into the motion. He kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 3-1. So it could be very difficult for the hitters to pick this up after seeing a lefty. It was basically a breaking ball, fastball kind of pitcher. And so here we go. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Manny Machado. And there is a fastball swung on, and this is grounded into right center field. And that is going to be a base hit for Machado here to lead off things in the 6th inning. So that's just the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Angels. The other hits were 3rd hit of the game given up by the Angels. It's Machado's first. Cronenworth and Nola have the other hits. So for the first time tonight in the ball game, the Padres have a leadoff batter aboard. That brings up the shortstop, Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth is 1 for 2 tonight. Singled in the 3rd. He's got his average up to 268. He takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Herget on in relief here for the starting pitcher, Packy Naughton. Herget checks the sign from his catcher, Suzuki. He comes set at the belt. He kicks and he delivers, and it is a fastball that almost hits Cronenworth. Backs him off the plate, and the count is 1-1. So he said that Herget this year started the season in the Texas Ranger organization. And so here comes the pitch, but instead he fires over to first base, and diving back in time is Machado. He was granted free agency on August the 15th by the Rangers. He signed the next day with the Angels, and here he is pitching a couple weeks later against the San Diego Padres. So here comes the 1-1 pitch to Cronenworth. Herget kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on its line right to the first baseman, Goslin, and he's going to just step on the bag, and that is going to double off Machado. Machado had no chance. It was basically one step. He makes the grab and then steps on the base. So that's going to go as a double play, an assisted double play to the first baseman. And that is going to be 2 away now for the Padres in their half of the 6th inning. He hit that ball right on the screws, did Cronenworth, right at Goslin. And there's the first pitch fastball that misses away to Tommy Pham, and the count is 1-0. There's a lot of movement on this pitch from Herget. He's got a lot of run on the pitch. So here comes the 1-0. And there is a changeup swung on and missed, and the count is 1-1. That's the first time that we've seen a changeup from him tonight. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Herget gets the sign from his catcher, Suzuki. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses well off the plate. The count is 2-1. So Herget getting some defensive help for himself. And here he goes back into the motion. He kicks and he delivers. There is a fastball swung on and tap foul behind home plate. And the count is 2-2. The Padres hitters up. They've all taken from Herget. He's got a real odd delivery. And here comes the pitch, and it's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Tommy Pham for the 3rd out here in the 6th inning. So for the Padres in their half of the 6th, there was no run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 6 complete innings at Petco. It is the Los Angeles Angels nothing, the San Diego Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments for the top of the 7th inning. We're glad you're here. Here's our friend Steve again. Be sure to check out his channel when you get a chance. Steve Rademacher.
Hey guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel. And today, let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones, the creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, 1 of 1, like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yount, this time mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
Thanks again, Steve. We appreciate it. If you get a chance after the game is done, be sure to check out Steve Rademacher's channel. He's got Money Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday. He's got the Saturday morning cartoons and the No Filter Friday, all part of his daily stuff. We're now moving to the top of the 7th inning, and the Los Angeles Angels are going to be bringing the top part of the order to the plate. It'll be David Fletcher, Luis Rengifo, and Phil Goslin to face the left-handed pitcher Blake Snell. Snell tonight has retired the first 18 batters he has faced, and the Angels have already gone into their bullpen, so we will see some pinch hitters or some changes coming forward. So Fletcher, Rengifo, and Goslin to get things going here in the Angels' top of the 7th inning. So Snell get ready to go. He rocks into the motion, and here's the first pitch to Fletcher. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. And we've got the one and only Bud Stoney in the house tonight. So far through the 6 innings, Snell has struck out 10 batters. He's absolutely in cruise control. And there is a breaking ball down in the dirt that bounces about 8 feet from home plate. And the count is 2-0. That was a bit of self-defense for Austin Nola to stop the ball, and David Fletcher had to hopscotch out of the way. So here comes the 2-0 pitch from Snell. He rocks into the motion, he kicks, and he delivers, and it is a fastball that misses down and in, and the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. Somewhere along the line, we missed a strike here. That's the 70th pitch of the ball game for Snell, and 52 of them have been for strikes. Here's the pitch. There is a fastball that misses in, and that is going to be the first base runner of the night for the Angels, as David Fletcher has drawn himself a walk here. That pitch was fairly close on the inside corner. So Fletcher is aboard, and that is going to bring up the shortstop, Luis Rengifo. Both teams are looking for their first run of the ball game tonight to break this deadlock. And base runners have been at a premium for both teams. So here's the first pitch to Rengifo, but instead Snell flips it over to first base, and getting back in time is David Fletcher. I'd be curious to see if they would consider bunting here. I don't know if Joe Madden would do that in this situation. This is a bunt situation. The game is locked up at 0s, and so here comes the pitch to Rengifo. He does square to bunt, but the ball is down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Snell gets the sign from his catcher, Nola. He comes center to chest. He kicks in, he delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count is all even at 1-1 to Rengifo. Snell slows his pace down with the runner on base. Gets the sign from his catcher. And he's ready to go back to work. He kicks and delivers, and there is a breaking ball down, and the count is now 2 balls and a strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Rengifo. Snell wipes his brow. He straddles the rubber, and now he looks in to get the sign from Nola. He comes center to chest. Fletcher's got a healthy lead at first base. Snell kicks and delivers, and it is a bunt. It's down. It's a good one. It is fielded by the first baseman Profar. He flips it over to Snell. The umpire at first base says that it's there in time. He certainly beat him to the base, but they may want to get some help here because Rengifo, Snell had reached out to tag him, and he looks like he may have tagged him before they got to the base. So we're going to see about getting some help here. You may have to go up and have a look, but we're going to get ourselves the replay. Profar fields that Snell is slow getting to the base, but yes, he reached out and tagged Rengifo, definitely. So I think they're going to have to go and have a look at this on the replay. And we've got some a manager's challenge. Snell definitely got him. It's a sacrifice bunt. Yep. They don't have to see anymore, and they've ruled him out. So that's going to go down as a sacrifice, 3-1 tag. But David Fletcher has moved over to second base. So 1 away here in the 7th inning, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Phil Goslin. Goslin tonight is 0 for 2. He's struck out both of his times to the plate. So the runner at second is Fletcher. And there's 2 away here in the seventh inning. Goslin is digging in. He's batting 365 with runners in scoring position this year. And here's Snell, checks the runner at second. He kicks in, he delivers. There's a breaking ball down. A nice block by Nola to keep it in front. And the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Snell is now up to 77 pitches on the evening. He gets the sign from his catcher and he gets ready to go back to work. He holds it at the chest. He checks the runner at second. And he kicks and he delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It's lifted foul down the right field line, and the count is even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Goslin asks for time, and he steps out here in the batter's box, and everybody's going to have to get reset. Snell adjusts his cap. Gets ready to go back to work. He holds the ball at the chest. He checks the runner at second. They throw over to second. Ha-Seong Kim was there on a timing play. He applies the tag. Diving back in time is Fletcher. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Jack Mayfield is waiting his turn on deck. And there goes the runner. And there's a fastball taken for a ball, and Fletcher is going to take third base. He has stolen third base, and I know that Manny Machado may want them to have a look at this. I'm going to have to go look at this on the replay. But that was a huge running jump. As I'm concerned, it's not close. Fletcher is safe, and it looked like he was able to hold the base as well. So Fletcher has stolen third base. He is at third with 2 balls and 1 strike to Goslin. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. That pitch is swung on and missed, and the count is now 2-2. It was a breaking ball down into the back foot. So with Fletcher on third base, this is the furthest any base runner has reached tonight for either team. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The infield for the Padres is in. Everybody is pretty much step away from the grass. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on, and it's lifted foul down the right field line. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight to listen to the call of our action, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. We appreciate you being here. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Snell gets the sign from his catcher, Nola. He kicks and delivers. There is a breaking ball swung on. This is grounded foul just past the Angels dugout. And the count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So here comes the 2-2 from Snell. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away at home plate, and the count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Snell is up to 82 pitches now here in the 7th inning. This is the busiest he's been in any of his innings of work. He's about to throw his 17th pitch, and as we say that, we've got a conference on the mound. Austin Nola has come out, and Jake Cronenworth and the entire defense is there to have a conversation. They're listening in. I'm sure at this point in time, you got to be thinking about, even though it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count, you got to be thinking about that even a check swing or anything is going to possibly get that runner in motion. Maybe they're talking about a contact play here where anything in contact, they're going to be having to take off. Fletcher runs well. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Snell gets the sign from his catcher. He kicks and he delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on, and it's tapped foul behind home plate. And definitely you can see that Fletcher is going on contact. They probably want to have a word with him to say, hey, you know what? We got to step off here. The left-handed pitcher, but the runner at third, is getting too big a jump here. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Goslin. Mayfield is waiting his turn on deck. Snell gets the sign from the catcher, Nola. He holds at the chest. He kicks and he delivers. And there is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Goslin is going to be retired on strikes for out number 2. And that is going to retire Goslin here in the 7th. And that's going to bring up Jack Mayfield to the plate. And we got Big Ray tonight. Welcome, Big Ray. Thanks for tuning in. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Jack Mayfield's going to stride to the plate with the runner on third. The big news tonight is that Blake Snell retired the first 18 hitters of the ball game. First one to reach base was the leadoff hitter in this inning. That was David Fletcher with a walk, and there is a fastball delivered down to Mayfield, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. We got a heck of a ball game here from San Diego. It's 0-0. We're in the top of the 7th. This game has cruised right along up until really the top of the 7th inning. Here comes the pitch from Snell. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is 1-1. To be fair, the lineup that Blake Snell is facing tonight is not necessarily the lineup that strike a lot of fear into people. Outside of David Fletcher and Waddell, the players in this lineup are not exactly the most feared hitters. And here's the pitch from Snell, and it's a breaking ball swung on and missed. It scoots away a little bit from Nola, but not far enough for David Fletcher to try to attempt to score. So the count is 1-2. So the fans are on their feet in San Diego. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mayfield. Snell holds at the chest. He kicks and he delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It's fouled straight back. It was one of the harder fastballs that Snell has thrown all night. He got to 97 miles an hour. And the count remains at 1-2. Mayfield tonight 0 for 2. He flew out to right field and he struck out his last time up. So it'll be the 89th pitch of the ball game for Snell. He comes set at the chest. He kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball down. A nice block by Nola to keep it in front. That runs the count to 2-2. David Fletcher bouncing around all over the place at third base, trying to get a read. That's about the 5th or 6th time tonight that Snell has bounced his breaking ball in front of home plate. His control has been fairly decent for the most part with his fastball. It's his breaking ball that's been a little bit of a challenge. Here comes the 2-2 to Mayfield. There's a fastball that's swung on, and it's grounded foul down the third base line, just foul. We're going to do the 2-2 pitch all over again. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mayfield. And as I look at again that on the replay, that ball was maybe about 6 inches foul. Manny Machado was helping the umpire out by running over to the line and pointing that it was foul. Snell tonight has thrown 65 strikes and only 25 balls. And there's a breaking ball that misses. The count now is 3-2 to Mayfield. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. In some ways, it does look like Snell is starting to run out of gas here. I think the Padres would probably like to squeeze another inning out of him. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Snell. It's a fastball, and that misses down and in, and that is going to be the second walk of the inning. And Mayfield is aboard with a walk. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Joe Adell. And that's going to bring the pitching coach out for the Padres. The Padres pitching coach is making his way to the mound. We're going to have a little break in the action here. The interim pitching coach is Ben Fritz. He's taken over from Larry Rothschild, who was dismissed a couple of weeks ago. Manager Jace Tingler had come out and said that they needed a new voice. It was a bit of an odd time of the year to dismiss the pitching coach. I remember a few years ago when Sparky Anderson was managing a number of years ago, and he managed the Detroit Tigers. He had dismissed one of his coaches. I believe it was Billy Consolo, after a number of years on his coaching staff. And he had done it after the season. And one of the things was the coaches that were around Sparky, he was pretty loyal to his coaches. So to see something that happens in the middle of a year when a coach is dismissed, that is an eyebrow raiser. And there's a first pitch fastball swung on by Joe Adell. It's lifted foul down the right field line, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. The runner at third is Fletcher. The runner at first is Mayfield. We'll keep an eye on the base runners to see if the Angels want to do something crazy here. And here's the pitch from Snell to Adell. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is now 0-2. Ichiro Mamila says, please, Angels, just get a hit, please. Well, Ichiro, we appreciate you stopping into the channel tonight. Thanks for being here. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'd love to see you back again. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Snell delivers. It's a breaking ball down, and the count is now 1-2. And Mayfield has taken second base, so now we've got runners at second and third, so there was no attempt. We'll go down as a defensive indifference. I don't think the official score will give him a stolen base for that one. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Joe Adell. Snell gets the sign from his catcher, Nola. He gets ready to go back to work. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on, and this ball is hit into left field past the diving shortstop Cronenworth. 1 run is in. And here comes Mayfield, and 2 runs are in. And just like that, there goes the no-hitter here with 2 outs in the 7th inning. And the Angels have cashed in 2 on a base hit single, knocking in 2 runs by Joe Adell here in the 7th inning. So a nice play. Nice piece of hitting by Joe Adell to cash in a couple of runs. And the Angels are on the board here in their half of the 7th. There's definitely action going on in the San Diego bullpen. I would argue and say that probably Snell might have been done a couple innings ago. And the first pitch is a fastball delivered to Suzuki. They appeal down to first base and they say he didn't go, so they're leaving Snell in. A bit of a curious decision. Christopher Elliott says the no-hitter's gone, he'll be pulled now, and they've kept him in the ball game. I wonder if there was even enough action in the bullpen to get him going, but he's worked a ton this inning, and there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. It's crazy that they've left him in. I would have thought the no-hitter's gone and they would have been making that change immediately, but they stay with him. Suzuki tonight is 0 for 2. He struck out and he flew out to left. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-1. Probably the point where Snell was spent was the at-bat to Goslin. Goslin struck out, but it was a 9 at. It was an absolute war. Goslin battled and battled and battled, and that seemed to take the sting out of him. And then, of course, he walked Mayfield, and Adele got himself a base hit. But that might have been the bat that did in. And there's a pitch, a fastball swung on. It's grounded to Machado. He throws it to Kim at second. And that is going to retire Adele on a fielder's choice, 5-4. But the damage here has been done by the Angels in the top of the 7th inning. They got 2 runs in the inning. On 1 hit, there was no errors, and there was 1 runner left. We are through 6.5 in San Diego. It is the Los Angeles Angels 2, the San Diego Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We're glad you're able to stop in and listen to our call tonight. Here is our friend Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out his channel when you get a chance. This is another Hollis build. He's a friend of our station. Should be a friend of his.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city, San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
That's Matt Hollis, a supporter of our channel, and in turn we support his. Be able to go and check him out after the game when it's all over. We'll be back in just a minute with the call at the bottom of the 7th inning. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the 7th inning. It's going to be Will Myers, Jurickson Profar, and Austin Nola scheduled to bat for the Padres in their half of the 7th. The Angels, with 2 runs in the top of their 7th, have kept the right-hander Jimmy Herget on the mound, and the first pitch to Myers is bunted right back to the pitcher. Herget fields it. He fires to first, and that is going to retire Myers. They ground out 1-3, so 1 up and 1 away. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, Jurickson Profar. For Profar tonight, he is officially 0 for 1. He grounded out to the pitcher his last time up. He walked back in the 2nd inning where he was stranded. So Profar, on the season, his average has dipped to 243. He's got 3 homers and 29 runs batted in. Herget goes into the motion. He kicks and delivers, and there's a fastball that misses up and away. And the count is 1-0. The infield is in a shift to the right here for Profar. We've got three fielders to the right of second base. And Herget kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. As we earlier, Herget began the season in the Texas Rangers organization. He was released in the middle of August and claimed the next day by the Angels. And there's a fastball taken for a called strike, and Jurickson Profar is not very happy. He's pointing to the outside part of the plate, and he's walking around. He's upset. The home plate umpire tonight, I think Lance Barrett has done a fairly decent job. That pitch there, when you look at the pitch tracks, it was probably too close to take. It does show that it was a little off the plate, but for the most part, he's been fairly consistent. There's a changeup swung on and fouled away over on the first base side. The count is 2-2. We've seen a couple of Padre hitters. Jurickson Profar just now, and in the last at bat for Ha-Seong Kim, be very animated at the plate. Pitches really aren't that far off. They're fairly close. And here comes the pitch from Herget. And there is a fastball that's thrown behind Profar. So if Profar wasn't already upset now, he's upset, and the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Profar. And that pitch there, I don't know why he jumped in. He had the opportunity. All he had to do was turn a little bit, and he gets plunked, and he gets a base. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Herget gets the sign from his catcher, Suzuki. He goes back to work, and there is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into left field. Camping out underneath it is the left fielder, Adele. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to be 2 up and 2 away here for the Padres in their half of the 7th inning. So I don't understand that a major league hitter has the opportunity to turn and get plunked by the pitch and get an opportunity to get a base, and he doesn't do it. Austin Nola to the plate. Nola tonight is 1 for 2. And the first pitch to Nola is a breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. On the season, Nola is batting at .271. He's got a homer and 28 runs batted in. Herget goes into the motion. There is a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul down the right field line, and the count is 0-2. Ha-Seong Kim is waiting his turn on deck. So here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 1-2 to Nola. So all the excitement is gone with the no-hitter gone. There's still a lot of action left in this game. So here comes the 1-2 pitch to Nola. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And Nola is retired on strikes for the 3rd out of the innings. So for the Padres in their half of the 7th, they go quietly with no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through 7 complete in San Diego. It is the Los Angeles 2. The San Diego Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment. Here's our friend Steve.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Reps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie and Last Reps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes, and many ways to destroy you. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Reps Baseball.
Thanks again, Steve. After the game, be sure to check out his channel. That's Steve Rademacher, whether it's Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, No Filter Friday, or the Saturday morning cartoons. He's always got a lot of entertainment. That's Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check out his channel. He's a supporter of ours, and we support him. Well, everybody, we're going to the top of the 8th inning. It is going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters scheduled for the Angels in their half of the 8th inning. It'll be Brandon Marsh, and then it's the pitcher's spot in the batting order, and then Juan Lagares to come to bat for the Angels in their half of the 8th inning. So we'll see what they have to offer. So far, Blake Snell has been the story. As Blake Snell had gone 7 innings, he took a no-hitter into the 7th. But he is going to be replaced by Tim Hill, as Tim Hill is on in relief. We'll get you all the numbers on Hill here in just a moment. The line tonight is the Angels have 2 runs on 1 hit and no errors. And it's no runs and 3 hits and no errors. And we've got Shohei Ohtani making his way on deck, as he is going to bat for in the pitcher's spot. So Tim Hill on the season, this is going to be his 66th game of the year. He's got a 5-6 record, with a 3.75 earned run average. So here comes the first pitch to Marsh. It is a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Hill, the first pitch he delivered was a sidearm fastball, nothing worse than facing a sidearm lefty when you are a left-handed hitter. You don't see enough lefties usually, and now to get one that's coming down off of the side. Now the count is 1-1 strike. So here comes the pitch from Hill. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner. And there's 1-2. Hill, like many of the players on the San Diego roster, he was not drafted by San Diego. He was originally a 32nd round pick of the Kansas City Royals. Comes the 1-2 pitch, and that pitch is a fastball that misses off the plate. And the count is 2-2. This is Hill's 4th year of big league action. He has appeared in 70 games back in 2018 for the Royals out of their bullpen. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul on the third base side, and the count remains 2-2. Shohei Ohtani is waiting on deck as he is going to bat in the pitcher's spot. A little surprising that they would bring the left-handed Ohtani in to face the lefty Hill when they have a few others sitting on the bench. And there is a fastball swung on. It's grounded to the second baseman. It's fielded by Kim. He's going to flip it to first, and that's going to be a ground out, 4-3. For out number 1 here in the 8th inning, and that's going to bring up Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani is up to the plate. He's struggled a little bit lately. His average has slipped down to 255 on the season. He's got 43 homers to go with 93 runs batted in. It's also impressive. He's got 23 stolen bases on the year. He does lead the league in home runs and slugging percentage. There is the first pitch fastball swung on. It's grounded up the middle. It's fielded by Kim. He backhand flips it to Cronenworth. But that is not going to make the play. Ohtani is going to get himself a base hit. Had Kim fielded the ball, Kim probably does not make that play anyway. So having Cronenworth moving from his right to his left to do that little flip, there was an opportunity and a chance for him to be able to possibly make that play, but that is going to be a infield hit for Ohtani. He's got himself a single, and Ohtani is a threat to run. I was just saying that he's stolen 23 bases this year. He's been caught 9 times. Him being caught 9 times also leads the league. There's nobody else in the league that has been caught more than 9 times. So that brings up Juan Lagares. Lagares tonight is 0 for 2. He's flown out both times to center field. Lagares gets himself set at the plate. Ohtani establishes his lead at first base. Here's the pitch from Hill. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. I'm curious to see the move that Hill has over to first base, being a sidewinder as he is. So here comes the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 0-2. Waiting his turn on deck is David Fletcher. Fletcher scored the first run of the ball game tonight for the Angels, and it was his footwork that was able to get him around. And there is a pitch that swung on. It is grounded over to the shortstop. They fire over to first, and that is going to be able to get Lagares. So that is going to go down as a ground out, 6-3. Ohtani advances to second base. The shortstop Cronenworth really had to charge the ball. It wasn't something that he could turn as a routine play. It was a chopper that was forced him to come hard into the infield grass to field it. Now, as both Machado and Cronenworth came to field the ball, Profar made the catch at first base. But they may want to go back and have a look at it. Profar looked like his foot had come off the bag and he had reached back to tap to get the base. And they are going to challenge it. We're going to have to take a look and get another angle on our replay. So was Profar able to get back in time to tag the base? And as we mentioned before, this is only the 10th game that Profar has been playing at first base. So Profar is off the base. He makes the grab. Ooh. He may have got back in time. I'd have to see another angle. The angle that we have on it here is inconclusive. I think he may have got it, and the umpires now have taken the headsets off, and they agree. They agree that Profar has got to the base in time, and so now that is 2 outs here in the 8th inning, and that's going to bring Jace Tingler out of the dugout. We're going to get ourselves a pitching change here in San Diego. So hang tight, everybody. We're going to be back in just a couple minutes. The Padres are going to the bullpen. We got a right-hander coming in. I'll get that change for you in just a couple moments. It's 2-0. We're in the top of the 8th inning. The Angels are leading the Padres 2-0. Hold tight, everyone.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team, but I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game, and if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Raps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
Welcome back, everybody. We're still here in the top of the 8th inning. It is a pitching change coming up for the San Diego Padres. They've gone to the bullpen to bring in a right-hander, and that's going to be Craig Stammen. He is in to replace Tim Hill. And so Stammen is on in relief. He is going to be facing the top of the order with two away, and that's going to be David Fletcher. To get things going here for the Padres with two out and a runner on second, which is Shohei Ohtani. So Stammen in relief. Big right-hander taking over. On the season, this is going to be his 60th appearance. He is 6-3 record. He's got a 2.83 ERA. He's pitched in 76 1/3 innings. He is very efficient for the Padres this year. He has only been with two organizations in his career, Washington and San Diego. And there's the first pitch breaking ball to Fletcher. He swings at it and fouls it away, and the count is 0-1. Last year was probably the blip in the career for Stammen. With the Padres, he's been very, very good. He's a career 28-18 for the Padres with a 3.19 ERA. This year at 2.83, that's better than his average, and he's 37 years old. So here comes the 0-1 pitch to Fletcher. He checks the runner Ohtani at second. Ohtani's bouncing around like a kid out there. And there, a fastball that misses low and away, and the count is 1-1. The Angels have a right-hander up in their bullpen. That's Steve Cishek. He's a sidewinder. So the way he is heating up, the way you would expect he's coming in, because Shohei Ohtani came in to pinch it in the last inning. So here comes the 1-1 pitch from Stammen. Kicks and he delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's tap foul just past the third base bag. And the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stammen is a 6'2", 228-pound right-hander. He looks taller than what he's listed at. Maybe it's because he wears the socks to his knees. Here's the pitch, and it is a fastball that misses down, and it gets past the catcher, and it goes all the way to the backstop, and Shohei Ohtani is going to move up to third base. He is going to be there on the wild pitch, and so now the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. It was actually a really poor job by Austin Nola. That pitch was down. He tries to backhand the ball. It ends up scooting by him. Not suggesting that even if he would have blocked the ball, that Ohtani would have been held at second base. Ohtani runs well, and he does read the balls pretty good. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. And there is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and Fletcher is retired on strikes here in the 8th inning. So for the Angels in their half of the 8th inning, they had no runs, 1 hit, there were no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now going to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is the Los Angeles Angels 2, the San Diego Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call at the bottom of the 8th inning. We're glad you're able to tune in. Thanks for being here tonight. The one and only says he's got a bail. Thanks for stopping in, man. We appreciate you being here.
Hello, friends. Steve coming back at you, a clean-shaven Steve. Thank you for watching Last Raps Baseball. And please continue to support my channel, among others, like Another Hollis Build. Awesome commercial. And now I'll show you a few more things that we do have. We have toys, like this bobblehead Star Wars on wheels. We have Noids. We can't keep avoiding them forever. We do have Legos. Love my Legos. We have Origami Folder. Check him out. He's new into this, getting started, has good following already. We have Red Beard Breaks. And we also have these things that, in a pinch, will tell you what your temperature is. So, if you like all of this, and if you like Last Raps Baseball, join all of us. We'd love to have you. And I know you would enjoy us. Thank you, peace, good night, and cheers.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the eighth inning. It is the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the batting order slated to come to bat for the Padres in their half of the inning. That means it's supposed to be Ha-Seong Kim, the pitcher's spot, and then the top of the order, Fernando Tatis Jr. We would fully anticipate that we are going to see a pinch hitter. We do have a pitching change for the Los Angeles Angels. It is going to be Steve Cishek taking over. Cishek on the season for the Angels is got no wins and 1 losses. He's appeared in 64 games to this point. He's got a 3.2 ERA. And Cishek has been with a number of teams. He began his career with the Florida Marlins, and of course they evolved into the Miami Marlins. And of course we've seen him bounce around. So we do have a pinch hitter coming up here for Ha-Seong Kim. We've got Adam Frazier stepping up to the plate. So Frazier on the season is hitting at .302 with 4 homers, and here's the first pitch from Cishek. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. Kim, who leaves the game, was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts tonight. And Frazier now comes up to the plate. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. There's nothing worse than have to come off the bench and to face this guy. Cishek has had a pretty good career. He's been around Joe Madden a couple of times. He was with Madden with the Cubs a couple of years ago. There's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-2. After leaving the Marlins, he went to the Cardinals. He was with the Mariners, then the Rays, then the Cubs, and the White Sox, and now he is with the Angels. In some ways, I don't understand why he's been with so many teams. His numbers are pretty effective. There's a fastball that misses outside. The count is 2-2. I remember him most with the Mariners, where I got a chance to see him regular. And even with the Mariners, he was pretty good, very serviceable. Always raises an eyebrow when a player has some quality seasons, but he's unable to stay with teams. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to the third baseman, Mayfield. He picks it up and he throws to first. It goes as a ground out. 5-3 for out number 1 here in the 8th inning. And that's going to bring up the pitcher's spot, but we are going to have a pinch hitter in the spot, and it's going to be Eric Hosmer. So Hosmer is getting his opportunity to swing the bat. Not in the starting lineup tonight. He's batting .272 on the season with 11 homers and 57 runs batted in. And the first pitch to him is a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0. There is action in the San Diego bullpen, obviously, with Hosmer coming up to bat for the pitcher here, and there's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. Fernando Tatis Jr. is waiting his turn on deck, and here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tatis waiting his turn. Hosmer at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on, and this ball's fouled away, and the count remains 1-2 again. We've got D's Nuts is in the house. What's up? How are you doing tonight? Thanks for being here. And for checking it out, we've got a 2-0 ball game here in the 8th inning. There's one away, and Eric Hosmer is at the plate. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into left center field. Moving hard to his right is Brandon Marsh. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire Hosmer for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that brings the top of the order, Fernando Tatis Jr. to the plate. For Tatis Jr., he's 0 for 3. He's lined out to left field. He lined out to third base, and last time I rounded out to second. We're getting into crunch time here of this game in the bottom of the 8th inning. The number of outs are running out for the Padres to do something. And here's the first pitch to Tatis. It's a curveball that is taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch, and it's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into shallow center field. Coming in on it is the center fielder, Marsh. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to do it for the Padres in their half of the 8th inning. So for San Diego in their half of the 8th, they had no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We're through 8 innings at Petco. It is the Los Angeles Angels 2, the San Diego Padres nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back for the call of the 9th inning in just a couple moments. We're glad you're with us. Stick around. Here's our friend Matt again. Check out his channel once the game is over with.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Thanks again to Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out Another Hollis Build. Once this game is done, we are in the top of the 9th inning. It is a 2-0 scoreline for the Angels. The Angels are going to have Luis Rengifo, Phil Goslin, and Jack Mayfield scheduled to come to bat to face the San Diego Padres. There will be a pitching change for the Padres as Emilio Pagan is going to be making his way into the ball game. He's going to be replacing Chris Thomson. So Emilio Pagan is making his way in. So for Pagan, who takes over here, we're getting his numbers here for you in just a moment. It's been a pretty quiet night on the base paths for both of these teams. The Angels have 2 runs on 2 hits. The Padres have no runs on 3 hits. The pitchers have thrown strikes. Pagan on the season is 4-1. He's got a 3.51 ERA. This is going to be his 59th appearance. He's pitched in 56 1/3 innings. He's allowed 44 hits. He's walked 14 and struck out 65. He's taking over here in the top of the 9th inning. So Pagan, the right-hander, getting ready to go to work. He kicks and he delivers. There is a changeup swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Rengifo. Rengifo tonight is officially 0 for 2. He struck out his first 2 times up, but he executed a sacrifice bunt his last time up. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted to deep right field. If it stays fair, it's going to be gone. and that is going to reach the seats. It is going to be a home run for Rengifo, and that is going to extend the Angels' lead to 3-0 here in the top of the 9th inning. If you would have told me before the game this lineup that the Padres were going to feature or going to face against the Angels were going to win this game, I would have probably chuckled. But that pitch there, that breaking ball just sort of hung, and the ball was deposited into the right field seats. And the score is now 3-0 for the Angels. That's going to bring up Phil Gosling. As Gosling comes to the plate, he is 0 for 3 tonight. He has struck out all 3 times up, and the first pitch to him is a fastball, or changeup in this case, that misses outside. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Began back to work. He kicks and delivers, and there's a fastball that misses again, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Began back to work again quickly. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, ready to go back to work to the right-handed hitting Gosling. There's a fastball at 95 miles an hour that swung on and missed, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Iglesias is now getting warm for the Angels in their bullpen. Iglesias, of course, the one-time Reds closer. There's a ball that misses outside, and the count is 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Gosling. Waiting on deck is Jack Mayfield. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted to left field. Starting in on it was Tommy Pham, and then the ball got over his head. He misplays and misjudges the ball. That ball is going to be all the way to the wall, and Gosling is going to get himself a double. As far as I'm concerned, it's a double because I don't think it touched the glove of Pham. But he got absolutely fooled. He started in, and then he had to backtrack, and then he jumped, and the ball was over his head. That ball was hit right on the screws. We're going to see it again. He started in, and that was a poor decision. The next thing you know, the ball's over his head, and he's going to retrieve it off the wall. I think that's going to go down as a base hit because, as I said, the ball did not touch his glove. He just misplayed it into a double. We'll wait for the official scoring on that one. So now we have a runner on second base, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Jack Mayfield, to the plate. And that is ruled a base hit. And there's a fastball swung on and fouled away. So no balls and 1 strike. Mayfield tonight is officially 0 for 2. He flew out to right and he struck out, but then he walked and scored a run back in the 7th. And here's the pitch from Pagan. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is driven deep to right field. Moving back on the warning track is Myers. He's going to make the grab. Tagging at second base is Gosling, and he is going to advance to third on the fly ball out by Mayfield. That's going to bring Joe Adell to the plate with the runner on third and 1 away. It wasn't the best base running by Gosling. Gosling was at second base, and on the fly ball to right field, he had taken off as if he was going to third. He had to get back to the bag. He had to tag up, and then he had to take off and go. Just one scoring note in this game, and I don't know if I would agree with it or not, is Jack Mayfield, his last time up, was credited with a stolen base by the official scorer. And the first pitch to Joe Adell is taken for a breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. There was no attempt to throw. It looked like it was defensive indifference. They never even took a shot at him, and he was given a stolen base. So here comes the 0-1. Usually the home team might do something like that. I'm surprised that the visiting score did something like that. And there's a changeup swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2 to Adell. There is action in the San Diego bullpen. They have a right-hander up getting loose. Should Pagan not be able to get out of this inning. There's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded up, fielded by the second baseman, Frazier, but he had to go to his right, and Goslin is going to score from third. It's going to go down as a ground out 3. They field in, but they couldn't get the play at the plate, and Goslin is going to score, and that is going to make the scoreline 4-0 now for the Angels as they've extended their lead. That's the third RBI of the night for Joe Adell. And that's going to leave it up to Kurt Suzuki. So probably the right decision by Pagan. It was a chopper. He looked like it was going to get over his, well, we knew it was over his head. The question was he going to have a shot to make a play at it? And of course, he didn't even attempt to get the ball because he left the second baseman to get it. And there's a first pitch breaking ball to Suzuki for a ball 1. Maybe if he was 3 inches taller, he might have been able to make that play. And there's a base hit into left field through the 6 hole for Suzuki. He's aboard with a base hit here. We've got a 2-out single for Suzuki, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. So Suzuki's aboard with his first hit of the night, and Jace Tingler is making his way to the mound. And that is going to be it for Emilio Pagan. We are going to the bullpen once again, so stick around, everybody. We're going to take a little break. We've got Brandon Marsh coming up to bat with 2 away and a runner on first. It is now 4-0 for the Angels. Hang tight, everybody. We'll give you some more Steve Rademacher. We'll be back after this.
Hey guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel. And today, let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones, the creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, One of One, like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yount, this time mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
Thanks again, Steve. It is a pitching change for the San Diego Padres, and that's going to be Nabil Chrismat coming into the game for the Padres. We're going to get you his specs here as we've had to make a change, and the pitching or the first base umpire Alfonso Marquez has come over to talk to the pitcher Chrismat. We're discussing something about his glove. Not sure what we have here, but I don't know if it's the size of the strings dangling off the glove. It'll be an interesting conversation as the manager is coming back out. There's a The glove that he has, he's got a number of strings that are hanging off it, so it looks like they're going to have to change the glove. They got the bat boy is running out to get him a new glove. Certainly could say I haven't seen that at the big league level before. He's getting a couple of more warm-up tosses before we get this one back underway. So Krismat, this is his second year of service at the big league level. He's appeared in 34 games this year. He's got a 2-1 record with a 3.08 ERA. He's got 64 and a third innings under his belt. He's got 59 strikeouts and only allowed 19 walks. So Nabil Krismat in the game, the right-hander, and he is going to be facing Brandon Marsh, who is 0 for 3 tonight. And we've asked for time again. The plate umpire jumps out from behind home plate. We're ready to resume the action here. So the runner at first is Kurt Suzuki. There's already 2 runs on the board here in the ninth, and the first pitch is a changeup taken for a called strike. And the count is a 1-1 to Marsh. The pitcher's spot for the Angels is on deck. Here comes the pitch to Marsh, and it's a changeup that misses down, and the count is 1-1. Marsh has been busy in center field tonight. He made the last 2 putouts of the last inning. He's had himself a little bit of action in with the plays there as well, and there's a changeup that misses down, and the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch to Marsh, it's a changeup swung on, and this is fouled away over on the first base side. And the count is now 2-2. Jared Walsh is on deck. And it looks like we've got a right-hander up in the bullpen, another right-hander. They had Rasil Iglesias getting warm. Of course, it's no longer really a save situation. And there's a breaking ball that swung on and fouled away. And the count remains at 2-2. They now have Elvis Peguero up in the Angels bullpen. So if they don't have to go to Iglesias, they probably would prefer not to. Peguero is getting himself warmed up, ready to go. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 away here in the top of the ninth inning, and the pitch is a changeup swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 2-2. The Padres have squandered an opportunity tonight for their starting pitcher, Snell, who carried a no-hitter into the 7th inning. The Padres really couldn't get anything going with their offense. So here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball, swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Marsh for the 3rd out of the innings. So for the Angels in their half of the ninth inning, they had 2 runs. There were 3 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We are through 8.5. It is the Los Angeles Angels for the San Diego Padres. Nothing. Stick around, everybody. We're going to be back in just a couple moments with the call at the bottom of the 9th inning. We're glad you were able to come in and check it out tonight. Here's our friend Matt once again.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Thanks, Matt. We appreciate you and being able to support our channel. In turn, we will support him. We're going to take a quick peek at the out-of-town scoreboard. All the games are finals with the exception of this one and the game in Oakland. The game in Oakland, it is the White Sox leading the Athletics 6-3. That is going to the bottom of the ninth inning. We'll quickly go through the scores. The Pirates knocked off the Tigers 3-2 today. Minnesota Twins shut out the Indians 3-0. The Mets beat the Marlins 9-4. The Orioles knocked off the Royals 7-3. Blue Jays knocked off Garrett Cole 5-1 today. The Rays beat the Red Sox at Fenway 12-7. It was the Braves over the Nationals 8-5. The Reds beat the Cubs 4-3. The Brewers skunked the Phillies 10-0. The Dodgers beat the Cardinals 7-2. The Astros took care of the Mariners in 10-5-4. The Giants won 12-3 over the Rockies, and the Rangers beat the Diamondbacks 3-1. And it is going to be Raciel Iglesias coming in to pitch for the Angels here in their half, or in the bottom of the ninth inning. And he is going to face Machado, Cronenworth, and Pham. So here's how it's going to work. The 3 outs to finish this one off. Machado, who will lead it off, he's 1 for 2 tonight and a walk. He was erased in a double play his last time up. He was the runner at first when Cronenworth lined right to the first baseman, who was standing right on the bag. Machado had nowhere to go but back to the dugout. So the bottom of the ninth inning is ready to go underway, and we've got Mayweather K7 in the house asking, often do y'all broadcast? We try to do one a day. We'll do another one tomorrow, probably the Mariners and the Astros. Here's the first pitch from Iglesias. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Our big thing is we do Japanese League games on the weekends, Pacific League matchups mainly, and here is the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. We're glad you could stop in and have a listen. We will put up a schedule for the rest of the week here in the next few hours. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and there is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Machado waits on the pitch from the right-hander Iglesias. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball at 99 miles an hour that misses off the outside corner, and the count is 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Iglesias kicks and delivers. There's a 98-mile-an-hour fastball that swung on and missed. And Machado is going to be retired for the first out of the inning, and so 1 up and 1 away. And that's going to bring up Jake Cronenworth. Yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the bell for the notifications. You'll be able to find out when we're going live. More than likely, it'll be the Mariners and the Astros tomorrow. We have to check out our schedule. We do have a schedule semi-planned for the rest of the week. The Friday game, it is looking like the Giants and the Cubs. There's a first pitch fastball swung on and hit into right field by Cronenworth. And Cronenworth has a base hit single here in the ninth inning with 1 away. That's going to bring up the left fielder Tommy Pham. Tomorrow it's the Mariners and the Astros. That's going to go at 11 o'clock Pacific time or 2 o'clock Eastern. We are probably going to be looking at we're not sure if we're going to be on the air Thursday, so we won't give any information on that. We're going to do Friday and Saturday, we're going to do the Giants and the Cubs, but we are going to do Japanese games in the evening. And then Sunday, right now, it is a question mark. Haven't worked that far ahead, and there's a first pitch breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Tommy Pham. Pham tonight is 0 for 3 at the plate. He's grounded to second, he's flown to center, and he has struck out. So here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. The Mariners and Astros tomorrow. That game, as we mentioned, is 11 o'clock Pacific or 2 o'clock Eastern if you're in the North American time zones. And here's the pitch from Iglesias. It's a fastball that misses off the outside corner. And the count is now 2-1 to Tommy Pham. So Cronenworth has 2 of the 4 hits now tonight for the Padres. And here comes the pitch from Iglesias. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away. And the count is now 3-1 to Pham. The pitches that Iglesias has made, he's not happy with, but they have missed off the plate. Waiting his turn on deck is Will Myers. Here comes the 1 to Pham, and it's a fastball that's taken for a called strike. So just as Iglesias has not been very happy, that pitch was definitely low. And the count is now 3-2 to Pham. To be fair, the Padres haven't done anything all night. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside, and that is going to draw Pham for a base on balls. So Pham is aboard. We got runners on first and second. The tying run is now on deck, and Will Myers is striding the plate with 1 out here in the 9th inning. So the closer Iglesias, who's supposed to come in and close the deal, is lighting the mound on fire, and the gasoline has been soaked on the mound. He's got this thing going. So for his career, Will Myers is 0 for 3 against Iglesias, and he's struck out all 3 times that he has faced him. So here's Myers at the plate. They kick and deliver. The first pitch it is swung on. It's grounded to second. It's fielded by Fletcher. He throws to first. Where Fletcher was playing, he was playing to almost to the left side of the bag. If he was in normal double play depth, they might have been able to turn 2, and instead that's going to go down as a ground out 4-3. It's the second out of the inning, and Cronenworth and Pham are going to advance. So that'll be runners on third, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Jurickson Profar. So Profar is also 0 for 3 in his career against Iglesias. He's struck out twice. And the first pitch is a fastball that just misses off the inside corner. And the count is 1-0. Profar tonight is 0 for 2. He drew a walk in the second inning. He's grounded to the pitcher, and he's flown out to left field. Iglesias gets the sign from his catcher, Suzuki, but now they're going to redo this all over again. He steps off the rubber. So 1 ball and no strikes. And again, Profar calls time, and again, they're going to cycle through the signs again. It's a bit more elaborate as the catcher is cycling through the signs here, and that's Suzuki. He's having to go through with the runner at second. There is a changeup that misses down and away, and the count is now 2-0. There's 2 away here in the 9th inning, and now Joe Madden's not very happy. He's giving an earful to the plate umpire. So 2 balls and no strikes. I think it's been a pretty consistent game by the plate ump today. As we said, the home plate umpire tonight is Lance Barrett. As a fastball swung on, this ball is lifted into deep center field. Standing in front of the warning track is Marsh, and he's going to make the catch, and that is going to preserve the shutout here. So for the San Diego Padres in their half of the 9th inning, they had no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. Your final score from Petco in San Diego, it was the Los Angeles Angels 4, the San Diego Padres nothing. We want to make sure we thank everybody again for being in here. We did have quite an audience earlier on until, of course, Blake Snell's no-hitter went sideways. We do appreciate you taking the time to listen to another Last Drafts Baseball video production. We hope you all have a great night. We'll stick around for a moment, and then we'll see you all tomorrow. Here's our friend Matt again.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life. And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team, but I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game, and if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Raps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in tonight. That was Matt Hollis. Help us out to close it out here. The final score is the Los Angeles Angels 4, the San Diego Padres 0. Thanks again, everybody. We'll be back on the air again tomorrow for the Mariners and the Astros. Be sure to check it out. Once again, have a great night, everybody. We'll see you on the flip side.